Hello, everybody. So, we are here to do a weekly reading. It's my goal to get these out on Thursday for the following Monday. And this also gives us an opportunity to connect with any intentions for the following week, especially where we have one more day left in this week. You can also check out my weekly reading for this week. And sometimes it's nice to just match up with where we are energy wise, right? So, also let me know if you watched the weekly from this week. All right, so the first card that we have here is the moon, angel of dreams. Okay, so we do have a new moon coming up on the 23rd, so that's a Wednesday. And new moons represent a time of a new start. Okay, often it can be similar to a full moon in terms of there could be a chapter that we're ending in our life. So, this card is actually telling us that it is important to tune into your intuition. So, emotionally, what is coming up for you? I know for myself right now, I'm definitely sensing changes that are coming in for myself, and it is taking a little bit of trust to make sure that I am following through with those new starts. And it's kind of like when I knew that there were going to be worldly changes coming in. There was nothing indicating that from a logical standpoint, but I knew that I had to take my business online. And so it was this is kind of like what this energy is talking about is start tuning in now for what's coming in later and really trust that because sometimes we feel emotional or we're getting this information, but again, time hasn't happened yet. So hi Julie. So definitely connect to that. So again, this is some prep work that you can do for later. Okay. All right. So the next card we have is the Fool, Angel of Innocence. So I'm not surprised that this is coming up in relation to the Moon card because I just flipped up the Moon card again. Okay. And so the Fool in Tarot is the first card that pops up indicating, okay, we really need to, um, like open up our mind, that sort of thing. And so even if we're not sure where we're going, it's okay to just open up your mind. So what I'm really feeling here is the word open keeps coming up in pretty much all of my readings the last day or two, maybe 3 days. So that's telling me that if we're not maintaining that open vibration, what are we doing? We're closed off. So what can you do to start changing your ways in terms of where you are closed off? Okay. So, for example, right now, I can share that I feel like I've been closed off to, for myself anyway, certain habits, certain routines for myself that I know are no longer serving me. Okay. So, I'm actually closing myself off to feeding into any of that used to be a thing for me and it served me at some point, but it's no longer working for me. So, why do I continue that path? Okay. So, what is no longer working for you? And it's learning to walk away from that this week. Okay. The Chariot, Angel of Guidance, not surprised that that card is coming up because, again, career is going to be significant for people because when you're starting something new, you want to feel passionate, right? That's what you're working towards. You want to feel happy, you want to feel joyful. So that's ultimately a goal of yours, right? And so this card really often talks about conflict in terms of like you might have conflicting goals with somebody else. One person might want one thing and you want something else. So this is talking about opening up to um I just keep getting like new chapters. And I'm also getting that there's someone watching that could benefit from my Center Yourself program that's underneath the beginner level through my paid membership group. Okay. You can access that through robinshealing.com as well. That also has some theta healing around trust, your chakras, working on yourself. Lots of great stuff in there. Okay. So, again, asking yourself if you're people pleasing, that sort of thing, because this energy kind of takes on someone who might be pleasing other people but not happy with themselves. And then the last thing we want to do is feel like trapped in our own skin or trapped in our own life. Absolutely not. So Six of Wands, and by the way, if you'd like a reading or a healing, go into robinshealing.com. You can book online there as well. You'll automatically get that Zoom link, and that's how we will hook up. So this is a really great card as well to have. This is as the week transitions. You're going to see that you will be getting some results from the work that you're doing. It does feel like there might be some people around you who could be negative as well. And so this might be again another time to clean up those relationships. So who is in your life that's no longer serving you? I also relate to that in terms of like people who are truly there for me, people who really support me, people who follow through with that. They say that they're there for me, but then they actually are. Right. So asking yourself too, are there people who, are just kind of feeding me this, right? But there's no action to it. Are there people who, just you might give your shirt off your back for them, but they won't do that same thing for you? Okay. So this is when things are no longer going to cripple us. We're not going to let that be our story anymore. Okay. That's super, super important because we can get into that victim mindset. And some of the moons that we've been having the last 3 or 4 weeks, it feels like some of the energy anyway has really been forcing us to take a deeper look into ourselves. Okay. So last card here, again, we'll transition this more into like Friday into even the following week. We have abundance. And so this is really talking about letting go of your history and your past as well. So, for instance, if you've been scarred from something that's happened to you, your mindset has to change around that because you can, but you don't want to walk around with that scar, right? It's not fun. So it's how can we heal those wounds? How can we heal those scars? Um, and that's believing that that's possible for yourself. So this is really about creativity, art, music, writing, journaling, all of those beautiful things will be very supportive after the new moon. And then as we transition into some of those manifestation things, as we're opening up to more of that freedom, you're going to find that you might still need a little bit more space for yourself to integrate all of that energy as well. And again, I really relate to that. I've been feeling called to getting more rest, which I think is really important for everybody. I'm doing more outer reflection as well of, like, again, the people in my circle, how I'm structuring my lifestyle, my appointments, things like that. Okay, so it really is all about you this week, and really take that time out to understand what that means for you. Okay, my new Facebook support group, Robin's Healing Support Group, underneath Facebook is a fabulous place to go to share things. This week, I'm doing some free theta healing for you guys. So please make sure you check it out. You can also visit me underneath Facebook through my business and personal profile. I do lots of readings and do my best to advertise anything that I have going on there. You can also join my email list. And of course, I'm underneath TikTok and Instagram. I hope you have a wonderful week, guys. And thanks so much for tuning in and subscribing. We'll talk to you later. Bye bye.